Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm starting to worry. Not gonna lie, I'm starting to worry. Welcome back, like and subscribe if you haven't already. It would be much appreciated in these times of uncertainty. Yes, just all of a sudden, uncertainty is creeping up on me. I'm going to make this video today to add on to the situation we already know is happening in regards to Celtic and Ange Postecoglou. Tottenham Hotspur are interested in our manager. There's a possibility they will approach our manager, and who knows, by the end of this season, after the cup final and heading into the next campaign, for all we know, Ange Postecoglou might or might not be manager of Celtic. But today, news has come out about the possibility of further interest from Tottenham, further inquiry from Tottenham, and just further worry for us. Side note, before we go any further with today's video, I'm back on Twitter. I have returned like the Undertaker, rising from the dead. I am back. I've made a new account. Here it is on screen, at RyanStephenF2. I've given up with the old account. It's never coming back. It's been 2 months since I've filed the reports to Elon Musk, begging for it back. And it ain't happening by the looks of it. I've not had any contact back from Twitter, so I'm scrapping the old account. This is the new account. If you want to keep up with me, you want to keep up with any news and just my opinions on everything as it goes, this whole Ange Postecoglou saga that could develop, if you want to keep up with me as that goes along, that's the new Twitter account to do it. So make sure and drop me a follow, and I'll try and follow as many back as I can. Right, so this article was dropped this morning by the Evening Standard. Let's just jump right into it. Tottenham to step up Ange Postecoglou pursuit next week after Celtic boss impresses Daniel Levy. The Australian manager has personal connections to the Spurs boardroom and has earned plaudits for his success in Scotland. The article goes on to say that Tottenham are going to step up their interest in Ange Postecoglou, following on from the failures of trying to get Arne Slot of Feyenoord, of Julian Nagelsmann, formerly of Bayern Munich, and a couple of other names. Their list is becoming thinner and the names are becoming fewer, and Ange Postecoglou is quickly getting to the top of that list, and apparently they are getting more and more interested in Big Ange. The article goes on to say that among Postecoglou's admirers at Spurs is the club's incoming chief football officer, Scott Munn, a fellow Australian who knows Postecoglou personally and is set to become Levy's de facto number 2 from July. Any serious discussions with Postecoglou, who's on a 12-month rolling contract at Parkhead, will have to wait until after Celtic face Inverness in this weekend's showpiece at Hampden, with the boys aiming to seal an 8th domestic treble. Yeah, so basically it's all eyes on Saturday for this cup final, and then beyond that it's a world of uncertainty, and at this point there is no denying that. You can come into the comment section and say he's not going to go, it's not happening, a lot of nonsense, as much as you like. And you know what? There's a real possibility but by the end of next week that Ange is staying at Celtic, that he will be here next season, and in all of this we can look back on and laugh at. But you can't sit here right now and say that there is not a genuine chance that this could happen and that there isn't room for genuine concern. There is. I now have declared myself worried. I am. I don't care. And look, I want to be able to look back on myself this time next week and go, got my knickers in a twist over nothing. But I think that we are now entering a point of realism that does require some concern and some attention. It's something that Ange Postecoglou is probably going to have a lot of interest in, and rightfully so. And it's something that Tottenham look as though they're growingly interested in. Listen, it might not be the manager the fans at Tottenham want at this moment in time, we'll come on to that, but the club are in a position right now where Ange Postecoglou is looking to make more and more sense. Scott Munn, who we spoke about in last week's video, coming into Tottenham, makes a whole lot of sense. He knows Ange. That just makes it even easier for him to come in and gel with the upper boardroom. That's something that Ange is probably not going to get all that often at that level in the Premier League. You know, that opportunity to familiarise himself with staff from day one, you know, like that's very rare at that level for an Australian manager who really came in from the unknown. These are opportunities that all start to just make sense and look even more likely as stories break. So the room for concern is here. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, that Ange is off, it's definitely on the cards. But what I am saying is there's a genuine chance now, and we have to be prepared for that. What we need now from the club is some form of reassurance. That's what I would like. We're not going to get it before Saturday, but post-Saturday, I think that we need to make a statement of some form. And I don't even mean like a statement as in like, oh, here's a page a mile long for us to read about the future of the club and the future of Ange Postecoglou. I would just like a sign, an indication that we can look forward to a season with Ange Postecoglou. And if it's not that, then I think we just need to be prepared from the get-go that, you know, that could be Ange away. I don't know how we do that. I don't know what happens if Ange gives us an emotional speech at the gates of Celtic Park as the team are welcome back. I don't know if the club put up a tweet that indicates he'll be here next year. I just want us to do something to give us some reassurance as to what we should expect this summer. I think we could all agree the perfect scenario would be for Big Peter and Dermot to get themselves in the shower with Ange, like they did with Lenny a few years ago. You know, Lenny finished off that treble, he took the 3 trophies home, we were all celebrating, and 2 hours later it was announced that Lenny had been given the contract, he was going to be the manager on a permanent basis. Do it with Ange. Get yourself in the shower with Ange. Give him that 5-year deal. Just get it signed, announce it mere hours after that game against Inverness finishes on Saturday, and get us all happy, get all the kind of confidence and reassurance we need heading into next season, and just keep it, you know, all the good times flowing. That's what I want. Do that for us. Perfect. There are no definites in this article. There's no absolutes. It's not like they're going to talk to Ange on Saturday or Sunday as soon as he's won this cup. He's off to London, and that's it. This is all very much speculative in the sense that, yeah, Daniel Levy is a huge admirer. But I think that there's just so much that adds up in this for Ange to be in that conversation and to go further into talks with Tottenham. I think that it would probably save Levy a lot of money. It's one that Scott Munn obviously has a big influence in, and probably a growing influence for Ange in as well. And just with the kind of parallels between Celtic at the end of that COVID season and Tottenham here now, we discussed this in the podcast, there's just a lot that kind of falls into place where this could be an exciting project for Ange to try and build. He's 58 years of age, he's not getting any younger. These opportunities are probably going to be few and far between. I am just very, very sceptical that this could be the one that he wants to go into with a bit more depth and a bit more, you know... I don't even want to think about it. But I think that it's one, to talk realistically now, next week we are going to have to watch with a keen eye, and we're going to have to watch as the story develops. Right now it doesn't look as though Tottenham are going to go back and look for their Nagelsmann appointment that they wanted. We know that Arne Slot's not going to be the one. Luis Enrique's not going to be the one. Pochettino is now the Chelsea boss. The options are becoming thin. And I think that next week we are going to have to watch this story develop. We're going to have to watch it day by day. And I am setting myself up for disappointment. And it's just all the things that come alongside it that really, really worry me and frustrate me. It's just that whole summer of uncertainty. You know, if Ange goes first, you know, what happens next? Who's the next manager? Who are our realistic targets? What happens with Ange's squad? I don't think that players will be in a rush to get out the door here at Celtic just because Ange Postecoglou is leaving. I trust that we'll make a good decision and we'll offer players a chance to work under someone with just as good a pedigree. But what I will say is it does make you think that seeing the project end so spontaneously and just so abrupt, it would just be sort of... It offers where do we go next, and it makes you just worried because, like, it is just like we're at the peak of it now and it's nowhere near done. So where do we turn next? And that's where it gets kind of worrying. So I'm hoping that Ange is like, you know what, Spurs, I want to stay here. I've still got work to do. I've got Europe to go into next season. I'm happy. Maybe talk to me another time. But for now, I want to sit tight and wait and see what happens is all I can say. But I am, as I said, I'm declaring myself worried because I don't know. I just feel like it's got all the signs of something that could be heartbreaking, and I don't want to lie to myself because then I'll be more hurt, you know, if it does happen. Hopefully Saturday sees a statement from Celtic, a statement from Ange, just even the body language or something just tells you that he's got to be here next year, you know, just give us that. But we're going to have to wait and see. You know, one of the things you don't want to see is him breaking down in tears in front of the Celtic fans and waving us goodbye. You know, that's when, you know, you'll be able to look and go, oh God, he's away. I don't want that. So we'll wait and see what happens Saturday. But that's your news today. Yeah, he's impressing Daniel Levy. The interest is growing. They're stepping up their bid for him. We'll just have to wait and see. Great, innit? I love this. I love it. I say sarcastically. Like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.